Hey y'all, it's CeeCeeG. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try and make some dill pickles. Never done it before in my life. Kind of been looking at some videos of other people that have done it. So we have these these pickles that are pickling pickles that were grown in our garden. So we don't want them sitting around too long. So I'm about to get into this video now. Prior to this, my mother she canned some jam, but she has the pot set up with the water, and she already sterilized the jars. So I'll show you what that looks like in a few seconds. So this is my mother's pressure canner. She already has the water in here already boiled, and this is where after you put the pickles and everything together and seal it up, goes in here so it can be done and tight. So, and then these are the jars that she has already on the stove that are sterilized and ready to go. So, all right, so let's just do it. I don't know. I hope it turned out right, y'all. All right. Okay, y'all. So here are our cucumbers here. You can see some of them have different variations, color. I'm going to just see how it looks like when I cut into this, if it's decent or not, or if I have to chuck it. So what you want to do is, I have a glass pan sitting here that I'm going to cut the cucumbers, and then I'm going to place them in here until I'm ready to start doing the brining process and putting the pickles, the cucumbers into the jars and things. So what you want to do is you want to take your knife and you want to cut the ends off first. And when you cut it, depending on the size of the jar that you're using, because you may have to, push them in and fit them in together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this down the middle. And for my safety, because of my vision, I'm not doing that whole cutting. I got to take my time. So I'm going to kind of cut it in like threes. So I was checking some people doing this, and see how they look like you eat a regular pickle. So I'm going to put them in here. I probably could do 4. I don't know. I think I might. So that looks good. Let me see what's going on with this one. Cut the end. I mean, it looks I don't know. What do you think?
It looks weird to me. I mean, I think I chucked that one. I don't know. Would you eat it?
I had to look at it from the inside. I don't like it. I don't like that. It looks sus. That's the only thing about when you garden and you grow your own stuff.
Oh, this is stuff I grow in the garden. What you call compost.
Some things don't always work out. So Mom is going to put that in the compost for that to go out in the bin. So I'm going to cut this. You can cut this in 3s or in 4s. I'm just going to cut them in 4s. I know I'm a little crooked, but yeah.
Wow.
I think I could do one more on that one. Watch my fingers, y'all. I do not like going to the emergency room. Okay. And here's another one. I mean, there's so many varieties of cucumbers out there. I don't even think I had them all, really. I think having your own garden and planting your own things It's much beneficial and it's much healthier. And plus it's organic because you didn't put no chemicals in it. So you just wanna take your time and just be careful not to see like look, like that. Not to cut yourself or to pick the the cucumber flipping off to the side. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. And my mom, she already had pre-washed all these cucumbers. So if you're having a anxiety attack because you didn't see me wash them, y'all can calm down right now. Okay? So, yeah. I'm going to cut that. If you have glasses like mine, just be careful where you cut and where you place your fingers. And this is my first time. I ain't never canned a thing in my life, okay? So we are going to do this together. Is it okay to eat a yellow cucumber? I don't know. Let's see. It looks okay. What do you think? The inside of this.
That's fine.
So I love pickles, y'all. Because ever since I was a little girl, I could eat a whole jar to myself.
That's why you got the assignment.
And so, as my mother said, I have the assignment.
I'm not a pickle person.
I love pickles. So this is good, and especially if you're diabetic, it's a good go-to snack.
And good for cramps in your legs, too.
Yeah, good for cramping in your legs, because it has a lot of water in it. I'm not giving medical advice, but it is good for that. But always check with your doctor when you're making any medical or health changes. I've seen videos where they said to soak the cucumbers in like salt water or like sea salt water. It has to be a non-iodized salt because if you use iodized salt, it'll make the water cloudy, from what I read. So we're not going to do that. So now I have all of the cucumbers cut and ready to go to be put in the jar. So we'll go to the next process. Okay. The next step is you want to get yourself a nice big bowl, because this is the second part. After you slice your cucumbers like spears, and you're going to get 4 cups of water and going to add that to the bowl. Right now I have 2 cups. The next I hope it doesn't go over.
4 cups is 1 quart.
Yeah. All right, so I have 1 quart about to go in here. So that's actually, let me back it up. 2 cups I put in here. I'm going to add another 2 cups, which will equal 4 quarts. Just bear with me, all right? Because this is my first time. No, I just don't want it to go over. Alright, that's good enough. Okay guys, so the next thing you want to do is you want to pour in 3/4 cups of sugar. We're not talking about the ones that you get, at the store. We want the good kind of organic sugar. So you're going to take it and take your measuring cup and put the sugar in it. I hope I can do this without making a mess.
3/4 cup.
Yeah. So what you're going to do, the next step is you're going to put the sugar into the bowl. And let that all dissolve. Probably should have got a spoon. Now it smells like sweet vinegar water. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we already have our 4 cups of water, 4 cups of vinegar. Then you have 3/4 cups of organic sugar. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put in a 1/2 cup of sea salt. Do not use salt with iodine in it. Do not use it. You can use sea salt or kosher salt to make this recipe. Okay, so now, after several tries of shaking salt, here is a 1/2 cup of salt, non-iodized salt. So you're going to put that in there as well. So we're making our brine. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is get your tablespoon. And we're going to do 3 tablespoons of this pickling seasoning or spice. It looks like this. See what it looks like on the side. I'm just going to, and you'll put 3 tablespoons in here. It smells good. It's aromatic. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this mixture, the brine, and pour it into a pot. I think next time I will do this, I would just have it already have the pot available so I don't have to transfer it over. And just take your whisk or your spoon and stir it up real good. And make sure that the sugar has dissolved really good. This is how your brine should look like. Exactly like that. So after you put it in the pot, we're going to take it to the stove so it can heat up. I would just suggest you put it on like low, medium, so it can start heating up. And then I will show you the next step. So now, what you want to do is make sure you have your jars that sterilized and boiled, so to make sure there are no germs on it. I'm wearing gloves, so I don't want to touch anything. So what you're going to do is I have some fresh dill, and I also have some dry dill. So I'm going to take just the upper portion of the dill. If you don't have fresh dill, you can use the dill weed that you get, at the grocery store. You can put like 2 tablespoons in each jar. You can take a bay leaf and put that in as well, and a garlic clove. So that's what we're going to do right now, okay? So I'm just going to break off just the top portion of the dill. I have some fresh dill in here. I'm going to drop it down in here. It smells so good. I probably should have chopped it, but oh well. What you gonna do?
Just throw it in there.
It's just the top part, she said. And then I might use a little bit of this dry stuff too. I had some that I grew in my arrow garden. 'Cause I want my pickle to taste good. I love pickles. It doesn't matter, dry or fresh, it doesn't matter. As long as it does its job. And I think it's a good idea to do this because you'll have something that you made and you know what you put in it. Take a bay leaf, and throw that in there as well. And I want to make sure I'm able to put the pickles down there with all this in there. You might want to just take 1 or 2 bay leaf and stick that in there as well. Now I'm going to take some garlic. Now, I got some garlic that was already peeled at the grocery store. Thank you to whoever decided to do this brand, because that saved me time. So I'm going to throw that in there. This one ain't looking too kosher. You can throw a clove or 2 in there. Now, don't come for me. This is my first time doing this, so I'm just trying to figure this out, okay? Because I'm not a pickle expert. I like to eat them, but this is my first time doing them, so it's trial and error, so don't come for me. Look, I'm not striving to be perfect. I just want to be real, do the best I can, and keep it pushing, okay? All right. The next step is we're going to get the cucumbers that I sliced earlier and start putting them on the inside of the jar. So you want to put the cucumbers in standing straight up because that's how they're going to be stored. And do your best to fit them in there. Gonna keep stuffing them down into the jar. I'll be glad when I finish this process. Okay, so this is how it should look. Do your best to put them in there straight up and down. Okay, guys, so the next thing I'm going to do is the brine that I had made up. I have it on the stove, just warming up a little bit for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take some and put it in the jar. And it doesn't matter, you put the spices that are all mixed up in it. you want to fill this jar just to where the tops of the pickles are. So I think I'm almost there. Alright guys, so I had a little mishap with my camera. I was running out of storage, so I had to clean some of my videos out so I could complete this. So a portion of this video you will not see. I'm tired and I've had enough for today. Now, this is my mother's pressure cooker. The pickles are inside of here. We just turned them off, so just to let it cool. So once you're done boiling them, just let them cool down. Don't take the lid off right away. Just let it cool down because you don't want that bubbling, boiling water to hit you in your face or anything. So we let them boil for like 15 minutes. Once you fill it up, you wipe the ridges of the jar with vinegar, put the little sealing thing on it, close it, just turn it, but don't close the lid real tight. Just enough. When you start to feel it get tight, just leave it like that. And then you use the canning tongs, and you're going to lift them up with those. Make sure you grip tightly. Put them down into the boiling water. Once you get all your jars in there, then you're going to seal it with the top here that you see in front of you. Once you're done and cooled off, you can take the lid off. Use the tongs because they're going to still be quite hot once you take them out, and then let them cool. And you can just put, today's date, put on the label or write it on the top of the jar with today's date. And then you're going to wait between 4 to 6 weeks before you eat them. So don't think don't take them and put them in there and go in there tomorrow and get it. You're going to wait about 4 to 6 weeks. I'm going to wait 6 weeks first. And then I'll do a taste test. And I'll tell you if I like my own work or not, because I'm going to tell you if it's nasty or not. And this here is what my mom did today. She canned some, what you did? Strawberries.
Strawberry apple.
Yeah, strawberries and apple jam today. So I know that would taste good on some toast or a nice hot bagel with butter. And this is all the ones she did today. So she did a good job as well. This was our first time attempting to do this. I will do another video in a future date so that you can see the full extent of what we're doing. Okay, guys, before I completely end the video, my mom is taking them out of the pot.
Ooh, they look good.
They do look good.
Ooh, they look so good.
They better taste good.
Whoa.
Because this was my first time.
Yeah.
Shoot, them 4 jars wore me out.
Here we go. That's it.
That's it, y'all. So let me get closer so you can
great.
see.
Ooh, they look so good.
I try to put them in there straight, but look,
It's all right. First
it is.
time? Okay.
It's my first time.
They look good to me.
All right, y'all. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Everyone have a blessed week. Peace.